Welcome beautiful people to Artified Optimist. This video is the concluding part, or if you like you can call it volume 2 of mechanical royalties and performance royalties as collected by Kosan. So if you haven't seen the first part of the video, I encourage you to find the link below in the description section of the channel, and do make sure you will get yourself acquainted with that video, so this part will be an easy walk for you. All right, okay, so quickly on to the next one. This is musical works and sound recordings for exhibitions and trade fairs. This tariff applies to performances of music at exhibitions, trade fairs, flea markets, ad hoc promotions of goods/services, and similar functions. So the royalties payable under this tariff are calculated by reference to the duration of the exhibition/function and/or the type of music used, whether by live or by way of electronic/mechanical device. Royalty per musical works and sound recordings per day would cost 1,472 naira 86 kobo for performances given by individual store holders by means of compact disc, record or tape players, and or radio or television apparatus. Special royalties will be quoted according to the circumstance of each case. All the above must be certified by an author or accountant or in a manner acceptable to Kosan. Quickly on to the next category. This is music copyright tariff for fashion shows and beauty pageants. This tariff applies to performances of music, whether live or recorded, at fashion shows, beauty pageants, and other events where music is not the main entertainment. The royalty is a minimum fee per day of 353,863 naira. Now on to the next category. This one is musical works and sound recordings for fitness centers and gyms. This tariff applies to performances of recorded music at fitness centers, gymnasia, health studios, and similar establishments where music is performed as an accompaniment to fitness or slimming classes. So the royalties payable under this tariff are calculated by reference to the size of the establishment. So what are the royalties? Minimum fee per month of 10,000 naira. Now the next category, musical works and sound recordings for hotels and similar multi-roomed establishments. This tariff applies to the performance of music in hotels, motels, boarding houses, banqueting suites, and similar multi-room premises. So the licensing fees are calculated by reference to the number of rooms available for boarding or to sitting capacity or dancing capacity of functional rooms. The following classification of hotels will serve as a guide in the following manner. Class A, 4 and 5 star hotels. Class B, 2 and 3 star hotels. Class C, other hotels and similar multi-room establishments. For international hotels, per day would be 97 naira 90 kobo. For national hotels, room per day rate is 48 naira 50 kobo. For urban hotels, they will pay 26 naira 70 kobo. Now let's move on quickly to functional rooms. Functional rooms can simply refer to dances, concerts, musical shows, etc., and the number of persons sitting in there. So the fee per person per day and their rates. So for internationals, we'll pay 100 naira. For nationals, you pay 77 naira 85 kobo. For urban, you pay 58 naira 90 kobo. Now let's go to hotels with restaurants. 20% of the cumulative copyright licensing fees for the use of musical works and sound recordings in the lodging rooms shall be paid for the use of musical works and sound recordings in all the restaurants and bars in all applicable hotels and similar multi-room establishments under the tariff. On to the next one, music copyright tariff for music in TV reality shows. The licensee will pay 11,392,000. Now, mechanical rights, that is a recording of the show, would be 10% of 11,292,000. For broadcast of the show, the licensee will pay 20% of 11,392,000. For internet streaming, the licensee would pay 10% of 11,392,000. Let's look at territory, under this tariff. The above fees are for the territory of Nigeria. Additional territory will attract an addition of between 20% to 30% of the original fee. Note that annual renewal has a 15% increase on the initial license fee. The licensee shall report usages on all music performed throughout the duration of the show, including accurate title, composer, and performer details. Invoice shall be settled by the licensee within 45 days following receipt. These rates are subject to adjustment which may arise from wide inflationary swings. Such adjustments will be discussed and agreed and will become effective in the month following the agreement. So also take note, these tariffs are subject to value-added tax. Okay, so this category is musical works and sound recordings for karaoke. This tariff applies to performances of music by karaoke in nightclubs, clubs, discotheques, karaoke bars, or other establishments operating in a comparable manner, including on coastal vessels for performance by the proprietors of the premises. For occasional or regular karaoke performances, the royalty per person for the first 50 persons customer capacity is 9,756 naira 18 kobo. For each 20 persons capacity or part thereafter is 4,234,062 naira. All the above is subject to a minimum daily royalty of 9,756,018 kobo. The next category is musical works and sound recordings for call centers, music on hold. This tariff applies to performances of music over a telephone. Quarterly royal fee is 1,341,443 naira 6 kobo. So music on hold is the business practice of playing recorded music to fill the silence that will be heard by telephone callers who have been placed on hold. It is especially common in situations involving customer service. On to the next one. This category is for musical works and sound recordings that are carried out in offices, banks, and industrial premises. This tariff applies to background performances of recorded music in offices, banks, and other similar premises. The royalty payable under this tariff is calculated by reference to standing capacity of the space in which the music is rendered audible and the number of employees to whom the music is audible at their workstations or otherwise during the course of their work. Per person per day, the licensee would pay 21 naira 45 kobo. Now let's move on to the next category. This one is for musical works and sound recordings that take place in restaurants, malls, shops, retail outlets, offices, and similar establishments. The scope of this tariff applies to the performance of recorded/background music by devices such as radio, TV sets, disc players, and tape machine in restaurants, retail outlets, stores, offices, malls, and similar establishments. So what are the tariff rates? A standard fee of 10,000 naira a month. Okay, then for class A here it means restaurants. The licensee will pay 10 naira 23 kobo per person per day. For Class B, that is malls, retail outlets, the licensee would pay 8 naira 34 kobo per person per day. For Class C, that is banking halls, offices, and similar establishments, the licensee would pay 6 naira 45 kobo per person per day. So the next category is for musical works and sound recordings carried out in waiting rooms and small premises. So this tariff applies to performances of recorded / background music in waiting, consulting, treatment, attendance rooms, or areas in hospitals, clinics, doctors' offices, dental practices, health and beauty salons, hairdressing establishments, barbershops, and similar establishments. The royalty fee is 10 naira 73 kobo per person per day. The next category is musical works and sound recordings for mobile disc jockeys. So this tariff applies to performance of a recorded music by mobile disc jockeys and DJs. They pay an annual royalty minimum fee of 26,700 naira. So the next category is for musical works and sound recordings carried out in event centers and similar establishments. This tariff applies to the performance of background music and live / recorded performances at events such as wedding receptions, birthday parties, and other social ceremonies. The license fees are calculated based on the number of persons in the facility in which music is performed. The tariff rate for this category is 100 naira per person per day for recorded music and live music. Okay, so that does it. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening. And I do encourage you to please subscribe to the channel, Actified Optimist. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Do share this video and feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. You can also click the bell notification icon so that whenever I drop new videos, you can be quickly and promptly notified. Thank you once again, guys. See you in the next one.